It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Buffalo Bills. And it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
All right, no table is safe outside of Highmark Stadium because this crowd is loud and this crowd is ready for a ball game. We're just outside of Buffalo in Orchard Park, New York. Welcome in, everybody. I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward up in our, dare we say, comfy, warm booth. But things far less welcoming down on the field partner. The snow's been falling leading up to this one, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon.
Can I be honest with you in the audience here, Kate?
Yeah, please do. Please do.
I was hoping for this. I love snow globe games, and as an offensive player, it's true. You know where you're going. You have the advantage. Tom Brady always used to say he loved playing in inclement weather, loved playing in the snow because it slowed everyone down to his speed, and he could take advantage of it. Keep an eye on these offenses today. They'll have their footing. They know where they're going, and this defense will have to be playing catch-up.
The seats are shoveled, the fans are ready for a snow game here in Buffalo. And off we go from Highmark Stadium. And look at this return. And he goes out of bounds to hand them excellent field position up across the 40. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. And leading them out, someone who's still the pride of Wyoming University and Fireball, California. One of the league's best and biggest arms, Josh Allen.
We've seen a lot of big arms come and go in the NFL. Few translate that talent, though, into stardom, quite like Josh Allen. It's fun for me on the college football road when I ask these young quarterbacks who they idolize, who they look up to, and just about every big guy that can run says the same thing, Josh Allen, because that skill set is so tantalizing. A player who can rip off a highlight reel play with the pass and just as easy with the down in just about any situation.
And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
From just shy of midfield on second down. Cook calls it in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Ball on the 45, first and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Hits him on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Now Allen off the play action. Escapes the clock, and this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back, third down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Ravens bring an extra DB out there, third down coming up. Working from the gun, it's Allen. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing fourth down.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Here's Jake Camarda to send it skyward on fourth down. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. So the Ravens offense taking over for the first time here. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, That standard's Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP caliber player, and the most exciting player, not just at his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
First snap, and Lamar's going to throw. Gets this to Bateman. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. And that play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make third down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this third down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Shotgun snap to Jackson. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Bills will take over possession. New set of downs for him from the 46. First tone of the game for James Cook. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he gets him around 6 there. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
So this one on the defense. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. A fresh set of downs after that penalty. Here's 1st and 10. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
Hey, that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in mind, double digits, and they nearly got it there.
They'll send him over right. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That finds his man, it's Keon Coleman. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Allen setting up to throw. Cut near the goal line. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even in early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Extra point is good in this wintry weather. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Bass now to kick this away. On the return, here comes Justice Hill. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Ravens offense returning to the field for their second possession. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lamar off to play fake. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing again is Lamar. Got his target. It's Hill. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. He has the first over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down. So that connection for a first will bring us to the end of the 1st. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Back at beginning of the 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Here's Henry on the option. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Take him down right along the 30. They'll get 18 yards there. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and take an option left side. Good running here. He's across the 15. And he's finally hauled down at the 12. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. And in for the Baltimore touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Snowy weather, no problem for them on that point after. And the Ravens tie this game 7-7. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Bills and Khalil Shakir headed out on offense now. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play action now with Allen. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Give him 32 on the play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. 1st and 10, here's Allen. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. 6 yards, the pickup there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
Allen on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series. 1st
down throw for Allen. Bails out of the pocket quick. He'll step up, and there he goes. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Pass complete to Cook. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Now Allen. And this one hurts. Had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. Third down coming up. Blitz coming here. Allen. The back grabs it. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Fourth and goal, too good to pass up. I love this. They're going for it and the lead. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
And what a battle of wills we just got to see. Fighting in the trenches on a 4th down run. Trying to play conservative, keep it on the ground to power it across. But there was no overcoming a front just as equally motivated to get off the field.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. Room on the sideline to the 15. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. They've got a man in motion. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the one he was looking for. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Gets this one to Andrews. And this one does not go far. The Ravens getting ready for the punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he sends it up amongst the flurries of snow. Starts his return from the 23. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. This is complete to Dawson Knox. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. from the 38. Cook calls it in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Bills moving quickly now. They're in the hurry-up. Throwing now on first down. Allen. Coleman with the grab. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play. Again, Allen to the air. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
To the air again. Allen connects with Cook. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
That brings us to halftime, and these teams locked up on the scoreboard. It's a 7-7 ball game. Now we'll send you south to Orlando for a check-in around the league via Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They are all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Who knows when the deciding moment will come? We're underway in the second half of a deadlocked game. Hill now to return it. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Raven offense headed out for this first series of the second half. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this series with an option left. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. DeMar Hamlin getting there for the tackle. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Jackson. He's on the move. He's keeping it again.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Slot man in motion right. Jackson to throw it. It's complete to Hopkins. And he works this to the 38 before going down. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Option give here. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. DeMar Hamlin getting there for the tackle. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They give it to him again. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. That play cleaned up by Matt Milano.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
All right, it's a nickel set for the Bills. 3rd down. Lamar now from the gun. Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. That one intended for Mark Andrews. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
With all due respect to some of the great linebackers back in the day, to play the position today, man, you've got to be versatile. You can't just be a come up and stuff the run. You got to play coverage. And these defenses more and more rely on you to break up throws just like that. Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Bills set to take over offensively. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Allen now on first down. Gets this to Kincaid. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. That's Odafe Owe with a stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He's got it on the bootleg. That one's complete right side. And he's brought down after a short gain.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
The Bills with a punt team out there. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens trotting out their offense. They could only set up a lengthy field goal attempt their last possession, Brock, so some room to improve in how far they can advance the football here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Man in motion here. From the gun, Jackson. Bateman hauls it in. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Lamar off to play fake. Andrews with the catch. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a pickup of 26. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Back now, pressure on its way. This one's caught. It's Andrews near the sideline. And he goes out a little short of the 40. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Hopkins on the slant. And they bring him down around the 34.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now Jackson off the play action. He's got it near the 8. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless 3rd quarter for us. We're tied at 7 apiece as we get ready for the 4th. Gotta forget about 1st down in a hurry. They need a chunk of yards here on 2nd and goal. Putting one of the tight ends in motion right. Out of the gun, Henry. And he'll pick up a little down to the 12-yard line. Only 3 yards. They're going to need a much bigger play than that on a lengthy 3rd and goal.
Where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Jackson has it, 3rd and goal. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the pressure drives them backwards.
I know we talk about rhythm a lot when it comes to music, but it's the same thing with the quarterback and his protection. This QB was in rhythm, but they knocked the notes out of him on that one.
Now the field goal unit runs on for its 2nd try tonight. From 37 yards in the right hash. Oh, he missed it! The pressure got to him on that short attempt. And we are still tied in the 4th.
Well, they got the chance to kick a potential game winner, Kate, and that's all that kicker wanted, a chance. Unfortunately, he didn't make it. And all he can hope now, tie game late here, is that his counterpart across the way, warming up in that kicking net, well, he doesn't get the chance to end it himself.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. 1st and 10. Here's Allen. Shakir with the grab. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good for a Bills 1st down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Again, it's Cook. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
3rd and 4 coming up now. He'll throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And 4th and 4 coming up.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And that hit right at the 10. Somehow, though, got a wicked bounce and makes it into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And no doubt still some disappointment internally, at least, after their last drive ended empty-handed following that missed field goal. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, the 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule, but you're going to have to pick up the pace.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Motioning him from the slot right. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him about 3 yards, and now they're going to have 3rd and 5 to figure out.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
He's back to throw. That's caught for the 1st. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Ravens pushing to get within range for a game winner. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Play fake, Jackson. Complete, Derrick Henry. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Flowers will go in motion left. Setting up to pass. Gets this to Bateman. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt, even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, to play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Clock's still running as the Ravens try hurrying everyone up. Back to throw. He's on the move. Oh, he's keeping it again. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. Short side option here. He's running left. And not much for him there. He's down to the 15-yard line. So Buffalo's going to call its second timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use. Second down now, 7 to go. They give to Henry on the inside handoff. And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, did they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. No problems with his footing in the snow. The XP is good. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7. The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. On the return, here comes Davis. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now we've got the Bills offense headed back to the field. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Complete to Shakir. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Now the Bills use their 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. 2nd and 3 now. He'll look to throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking for Keon Coleman on that throw. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Now to throw. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
Tight end going in motion here. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
One final shot here. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Ravens will fly home with the win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Buffalo.